I'm Karen Baker. Donald Johnston and I were looking for a review about a great American composer for the kids, for the high school kids. And I thought, let's introduce them to Irving Berlin.
There's no business like show business like no business I know.
Here's a poor, struggling Jewish boy who wrote the most famous Christmas song, the most famous Easter song, the most famous show business song, the most famous patriotic song. He wasn't just musical theater and he wasn't just holidays, he was everything.
I was inspired to put this show together after reading Mary Ellen Barrett's book about her mother and father and how they met.
It's a timeless story. It's a human love story. It's a story that touches every single person and that every age can relate to.
When you look at how prolific he was and the things he went through and still managed to create this music, it touches you. And it touched me as an artist, and you can see it touch the audience too. The way that they respond to hearing some very sad things that happened in his life. And how the show manages to tell that story, but yet never let it get too low where you aren't lifted back up again.
It's all about Irving Berlin. And with that songbook, how can you go wrong?
Blue Skies, Shaking the Blues Away. There's so many amazing songs in the show. All different types of songs, ballads and up-tempo fun songs.
A lot of the songs I knew, Putting on the Ritz, Blue Skies, I Love a Piano.
The comedy songs speak to me, Snooky Yookums, Oh How I Hate to Get Up in the Morning, and then the tap things, Putting on the Ritz. It's a show like this, they're all so great.
I knew most of the songs. No Business Like Show Business, God Bless America, How Deep is the Ocean, all of these songs, they're great songs.
So the ones that I knew you can sort of discover again, and the ones that I didn't know, it was certainly a pleasure to learn.
Blue Skies is so beautiful. Hearing that today, I had forgotten that song existed, and the arrangement in this is just so... it's just breathtaking.
But some of the newer ones that I didn't know, Say It Isn't So, are one of my favorites. They're so lush and beautiful and deep.
Every once in a while you'd hear people singing along from the audience. They absolutely loved it. And what's not to love? You have all that, beautiful melody and the storyline, the love story. The audiences, they really enjoyed it.
We were all having fun, and that was obviously contagious.
It's interesting because they loved the show, but the age range was so big of the people who enjoyed the show. You had, senior citizens who grew up with those songs, and then younger people who knew the songs from White Christmas or just kind of in the lexicon, all the popular songs you hear.
He's certainly a master of melody, and the lyrics they're timeless. You hear any of these songs now, and you can still relate to many of the sentiments.
The lyrics are written so well that they're so easy to act, and people can relate to exactly what his sentiment was.
This is a story that can be told by 20-somethings, that can be told by high school students, that can be told now by a company of actors who are not 20-somethings any longer.
It's timeless. It really is timeless music.
There's just so many elements of his life that are discussed in this piece through his music and through the lyric. There's always something we can relate to, which is what makes this piece really wonderful.
And may all your